On a chilly evening in early 2025, The Daily Show studio buzzed with anticipation as Jon Stewart prepared to host Prince Harry, the self-exiled Duke of Sussex. What promised to be a lighthearted interview quickly spiraled into a fiery confrontation when Stewart flatly refused Harry's insistence on being addressed as Prince on air. The prince, visibly enraged, stormed off the set, leaving audiences stunned and reigniting debates about his and Meghan Markle's relentless pursuit of relevance. Behind the scenes, whispers point to Meghan as the architect of this dramatic showdown, her influence casting a long, controversial shadow over Harry's faltering public image. This wasn't just a clash of egos, it was a glaring exposé of a couple clinging to titles they've long since abandoned in practice, with Meghan's divisive persona at the heart of the chaos. The incident unfolded on February 18, 2025, during a taping meant to promote Harry's latest Invictus Games initiative. Sources close to the production reveal that Harry arrived with a list of demands, chief among them that Stewart introduce him as Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. Stewart, known for his irreverent humor and disdain for pretension, reportedly scoffed at the request during a pre-show meeting. "This isn't Buckingham Palace, pal," he allegedly quipped, setting the tone for what would become a public humiliation. On air, Stewart opened with a biting jab. "Next up, we've got Harry, formerly of the royal payroll, now just a guy with a Netflix deal and a grudge." The audience erupted in laughter, but Harry's face darkened. When he interrupted to demand his title be used, Stewart doubled down, saying, "You're in America now, buddy. We don't do crowns here unless they're paper and come with a burger." Within minutes, Harry bolted, leaving Meghan, watching from the green room, to fume over yet another PR disaster she'd reportedly orchestrated. Meghan's role in this debacle is impossible to ignore. Insiders claim she prepped Harry for the appearance, coaching him to assert his royal dignity in a bid to reclaim the prestige they've lost since stepping back from royal duties in 2020. Once dubbed the People's Princess 2.0, Meghan's reputation has soured into that of a calculating opportunist, leveraging Harry's lineage for personal gain. The Daily Show fiasco is just the latest in a string of missteps tied to her influence. Take their 2023 Netflix documentary Polo, panned as unintentionally hilarious by The Guardian, or the floundering Archwell Foundation, which critics say is more about self-promotion than substance. Meghan's fingerprints were all over Harry's scripted indignation, insiders say, with one producer noting, "She wound him up like a toy soldier and sent him out to fight a battle he couldn't win." Her insistence on clinging to royal trappings, despite their rejection of royal responsibilities, paints her as a hypocrite who demands respect she hasn't earned. This isn't the first time Meghan's machinations have backfired spectacularly. Recall the 2023 New York car chase debacle, where the couple claimed a near-catastrophic pursuit by paparazzi, a narrative swiftly debunked by the NYPD and dismissed as crazy hyperbole by photographers on the scene. Meghan spearheaded the dramatic press release, painting them as victims, only for Backgrid, the photo agency involved, to mock their royal prerogative demands for footage with a scathing letter citing American independence from monarchic whims. That episode, like the Daily Show clash, underscored Meghan's obsession with controlling the narrative, even at the cost of credibility. Her push for Harry to flex his title on Stewart's stage reeks of the same desperation, a bid to remind the world of their fated regal status, orchestrated by a woman who's traded tiaras for tabloid headlines. Harry's exit wasn't just a tantrum, it was a symptom of Meghan's broader strategy to keep them in the spotlight, no matter the cost. Since their 2020 departure from the royal family, the couple has leaned heavily on their titles, Duke and Duchess of Sussex, despite Queen Elizabeth II's firm stance that they couldn't be half in, half out. Meghan's upcoming lifestyle show, With Love, Meghan, set to launch on Netflix, is another calculated move to monetize their royal adjacency, aping Martha Stewart's domestic empire while sidestepping the hard work of rebuilding public trust. Critics argue she's the driving force behind Harry's alienation from his family, pushing him to burn bridges with King Charles and Prince William over petty grievances aired in Spare and countless interviews. The Daily Show incident, they say, was Meghan's attempt to weaponize Harry's title against a host known for skewering the powerful, only to see it blow up in their faces. The fallout has been swift and merciless. Social media lit up with mockery, with posts on X branding Harry Duke of Nothing and Meghan Lady Macbeth in Louboutins. Stewart, unfazed, later tweeted, "Sorry, Harry, didn't realize you needed a crown to sit on my couch." The public's patience with the Sussexes' entitlement appears to be wearing thin, fueled by Meghan's polarizing presence. A 2024 YouGov poll showed her favorability in the UK at a dismal 26%, with many citing her holier-than-thou attitude and relentless self-victimization. Harry, once the nation's cheeky spare, now polls at 31%, a steep fall from his pre-Meghan highs. The Daily Show clash crystallized this decline, a prince reduced to a punchline, egged on by a wife whose ambition outstrips her judgment. Meghan's defenders might argue she's a trailblazer, unshackled by royal convention, but the evidence suggests otherwise. Her track record, failed projects, exaggerated claims, and a husband increasingly seen as her puppet, paints a portrait of a woman whose ego has eclipsed her principles. The Invictus Games, Harry's passion project, have suffered under her shadow, with donors reportedly pulling back amid the couple's ceaseless controversies. The Daily Show was meant to be a soft landing for Harry to tout the 2025 Games in Vancouver, but Meghan's insistence on a royal flex turned it into a circus. "She can't stand not being the star," a former Archewell staffer told the Daily Beast. Harry's lost in her script. In the end, Jon Stewart's rejection of Harry's demand wasn't just a comedic jab, it was a cultural gut punch. It exposed the fragility of the Sussex brand, built on a foundation of Meghan's relentless ambition and Harry's dwindling autonomy. As the dust settles, one thing is clear: Meghan Markle's quest to keep the royal flame alive has torched what little goodwill they had left. Harry's enraged exit from that stage wasn't a defense of dignity, it was a desperate cry from a man trapped in his wife's unyielding spotlight, with the world watching and laughing.